Hey, Alasquatchers, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy this special edition of Alasquatch. Not that every edition's not special in its own way, but this one's super special because I've been teasing an announcement, great things to come. I've been teasing that kind of thing for a couple of months now, and this is the episode where I make the announcement. So let's, we've got some cool stuff to go over today. We're going to talk about some news, not necessarily Alaska related, but certainly Bigfoot related. We're going to talk about some upcoming events that are going to be amazing, and we're going to have a big announcement. So let's get into it. Welcome to Alasquatch, the show all about Bigfoot in the great state of Alaska. I'm your host, Beans Baxter. So lace up your boots, zip up your coat, and come with me on an adventure as we explore all things cryptid in the last frontier. All right, guys. So the first thing I want to get into today, if you're on any kind of Bigfoot social media or you like any Bigfoot page on social media, I'm sure you've seen this by now. It dropped, I think, yesterday, sometime kind of during the afternoon, and it's basically spreading across the interwebs like wildfire. And of course, I'm talking about the Oklahoma representative that introduced the bill to create a Bigfoot hunting season. I'm just going to read this article here pretty much verbatim off of the news site here. It says there's hunting season and I can't even talk. There's hunting season and then there's Bigfoot hunting season. An Oklahoma lawmaker has pitched a bill to create a bona fide Bigfoot hunting season in the Sooner State. I didn't know Oklahoma was the Sooner State. On Wednesday, Representative Justin Humphrey introduced House Bill 1648 urging Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Commission to establish a Bigfoot hunting season. The Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Commission shall promulgate, that's an interesting word, rules establishing a Bigfoot hunting season, the bill states. The commission shall set annual season dates and create any necessary specific hunting licenses and fees. It's a real bill, yes, Micah Holmes, assistant chief to the Information and Education Division at the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, confirmed. Real or not, there may be a lack of support from the Department of Wildlife Conservation. Here at the department, we use science to make management decisions, and we do not recognize Bigfoot as a wildlife species in Oklahoma, said Holmes. If it is indeed passed, the act would take effect on November 1st, 2021. Before that can happen, however, the Oklahoma legislature will meet on February 1st. Humphrey represents House District 19, a southeastern area of Oklahoma famous for its Bigfoot sightings. According to Fox 25 in nearby Honobia, fans of lore and legend even celebrate the mythical creature with an official Bigfoot Festival and conference, which was canceled in 2020 due to the coronavirus concerns. A representative for Representative Humphrey's office was not immediately available for comment. For those on Sasquatch Watch, Bigfoot has also been spotted in North Carolina, Georgia, Washington, and Oregon in recent years. So here, we see a Bigfoot story, a legitimate Bigfoot story in, the mainstream news. And again, they're treating it kind of with tongue-in-cheek, wink, wink, nod, nod kind of laissez-faire attitude. It's interesting to me. I didn't really see this coming, which I don't guess anybody did. But it's kind of interesting to me that it's coming out of Oklahoma. I don't understand. In my opinion, I've seen some of the reactions online to this, and a lot of people are making the angry face emoji and this is going to be legalized murder and all this stuff. And, guys, I don't I just don't see it that way. It's, the NAWC, the North American Wooded Conservancy, has been hunting Bigfoot in this area or nearabouts this area for about the last decade, and they haven't got squat. So they haven't got squatch. So in my opinion, I think that this is probably just much like the law I talked about a few episodes ago in Skamania County, Washington. This is it's a prop law. It's a feel good tourist law. Think about it. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, man, I want to go there and get one of those licenses and, just put it in a frame, hang it on my wall. I probably wouldn't even use it. I probably wouldn't even go hunting. Not that I would know where to go hunting there. But think about how cool that would be to have a legitimate government issued Bigfoot hunting license. Wouldn't that be cool? Whether you use it or not, it would be a cool conversation piece to hang up on your wall. Think about the income that would be generated from the sales of that to tourists. I think there probably are maybe some small safety concerns. You don't want people going out in the woods, looking for bipedal creatures. Not that, I honestly, the law is not going to pass, guys. It's not going to go anywhere. You know what they're going to do? It's going to go before the House. They're going to, they're going to vote on it. They're going to vote it down. Somebody's going to make a speech about how it's wasting valuable taxpayer money and time, for them to have to talk about this, like, why are we wasting our time on mythical creatures when, we could be doing this or this or that. And it's going to go away. But, think about I think I kind of see what he's trying to do here. I would be very interested in interviewing this lawmaker just to kind of see what his thought process was with coming up and presenting this bill and kind of what his expectations are for it. Like I said, in my opinion, it's nothing but a revenue generating idea. I don't want to call it a ploy, but yeah. And, let's look at the flip side of it here. If it does pass, what's this going to do for the NAWC guys? Because I think they're kind of in that area or thereabouts. Would this put a dampener on their activities? If it sets a certain season, a certain time of year when you can do it, will they have to limit their operations or only attempt to take a subject during a certain time frame, or what? How's that going to impact them? Curious to see what kind of statement comes out of their camp on this. Certainly interesting news, but then again, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think it's probably going to die pretty quick. But it's a fun story. People are getting pretty uptight about it. Legalized murder and all that. But I don't think it's even worth getting angry about, because I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So lighten up, guys. It's we got bigger things to worry about. Hopefully the lawmaker that made the bill up, hopefully he releases a statement soon. And I'm sure he'll show up. Somebody will snag an interview with him, and we'll see maybe if he's had an encounter, or maybe a loved one's had an encounter or something that's maybe brought this to his attention, and the origins, as it were, of this bill. I know I would certainly love to, like I said, just get one and put it in a frame and put it on the wall. I think it would be kind of cool. And you can certainly buy Bigfoot hunting permits on like eBay and Amazon and have them personalized to your state. But how cool would it be to have an actual government issued one? And I wonder how much they would be. I don't know. I wonder how much deer tags are in Oklahoma. I'll have to do some research, because I know most places, they charge quite a bit for out of state hunting licenses and tags. And they just kind of look at it as a revenue generator. So we'll see. Time will tell. If there's any updates on that story, I will certainly bring it up on the show here, because very 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 rare instance of mainstream Bigfoot story. But again, treated pretty, par for the course. Kind of tongue in cheek. And then I like the conservation guys' comment about how they don't recognize mythical creatures or something. It's, I don't know. I just I understand he doesn't want to look foolish, so he's making a statement like that. But wouldn't it just be refreshing to hear somebody go, there could be something to it. We're going to look into it and and decide. He could have made a kind of a non-committal answer instead of talking about mythical creatures and shit. But it is what it is. Anyway, guys, moving on. You guys need to pull out your calendars and save the date. Mark the dates June 18th through the 20th, 2021. There is going to be a Metaline Falls, Washington Bigfoot Festival. This is going to be put on by Extreme Expeditions Northwest and Stephen Major. This is probably going to be the Bigfoot event of the year. It's just a great lineup of speakers. Adam Davies is going to be there. Will Ulmer from Stevens County Bigfoot. J.C. Williams, Amy Boo, Thomas Seawood. I believe Shane Corson is also going to be appearing. It's a great lineup. Stevens said he's tried to assemble, the best and brightest of modern day Bigfooting. And there's going to be, hopefully, some more speakers announced, some more surprise guests. And I think it's going to be a great time. I think we're just going to have a blast. I think it's probably going to be the best Bigfoot event of this year. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be talking about Bigfoot in Alaska. Come and see my presentation. I'll take you on a quick tour, virtual tour of Port Chatham, and we'll just have a great time. I am hoping by then that I will be able to premiere a new book there. Also, my Port Chatham book should be done by then, and you'll be able to snag an autographed copy there. I will have a vendor booth set up, and hopefully my lovely wife will be there, and she will be helping me run it, and we can get you a copy of the book, get it autographed, and we'll have maybe a few other little surprises and giveaways and things like that going on. I've never actually been to Metaline Falls yet, but the pictures I've seen online, it looks like a really cool little town. I think this is going to be a pretty big event for them, and they're expecting to have quite a few people there. I think the first one they had there, it was a little bit more smaller in scale, and they had basically the place was packed, and I think they're expecting a lot more people, and that's why they've kind of spread it out over a few days. So I'm really excited about it. I can't wait. Like I said, I think it's probably going to be the best Bigfoot event of the year, and there's more to come. There's going to be more announcements for who's going to be there, and closer about the time tickets go on sale, we'll have Steven here on Alasquatch. We'll have him come on the show, and he can give you a better idea of what's going to go on and how great it's going to be. I can't wait, and there's some other things going on behind the scenes with that. Some things that we're planning to do maybe before and after the festival. Some projects we're working on that I think are just going to be amazing. All of course, Bigfoot and crypto related. And I plan on hanging out a little bit after the festival and doing some, research. I hate calling myself a researcher, but I like the Will Ulmer's definition. I'm a Bigfoot or Sasquatch enthusiast. But really, I just want to get out and look around in that part of the country. Some of the experiences I've had there in the Stevens County area and around just blew my mind, and I can't wait to get back there. Hopefully later this year, the Bigfoot Encounters of the Pacific Northwest will be ready. I think it's running a little late due to COVID and some other things going on, and it's. Last I heard, it was in the editing stage, and I think there was a rough draft of it, and it should be out here pretty soon. I actually I had forgotten about it until Stephen had brought it up a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh yeah, we got a movie in the bucket that hasn't been released yet. So hopefully that'll be making its debut soon. And I'm really excited about the Metaline Falls thing, guys. I cannot wait. There's going to be a bunch of great speakers there. There's going to be just, it's going to be a gathering for discussion and open minds, and I think it's going to be awesome. I hope everybody listen to this. If you can make it, I hope you do at least make an attempt to make it. And it's a beautiful country. You will not be disappointed by the scenery. So come on down. There is a event page for it on Facebook. If you just search for Metaline Falls Bigfoot Festival, it should come right up. I also have some information on it on the new. This is one of the announcements. The new Alaskwatch podcast website. That's right, folks. If you go to alaskwatchpodcast.com, it will take you to the website of the podcast about all things cryptid in Alaska. You can listen to the podcast directly from the website. There should be a embedded player there. You can check out news there, where I believe the only item up I have right now is about the Metaline Falls Bigfoot Festival in Washington. I have some other plans for the website. We are going to implement a blog where I can post pictures and make entries about some of the things that's going on, some of the things I'm doing out in the field. And eventually we are going to add a store to it where you will be able to purchase my books, autographed, of course, and sent directly to you. And we can offer personalized autographs, stuff like that. All that is coming a little bit later in the year. And the reason all this is happening is because, and this is the big announcement, the one you've been waiting for, and that I feel like we should have a drum roll or something, but I don't have one prepared. So anyway, after, a lot of thought and deliberation, I decided to hang up my gun belt and retire. So I have retired from law enforcement after 15 years of being a police officer in Alaska. So I am done with that chapter of my life. I decided it was probably for the best. There was a lot of thought that went into it, a lot of contemplating, and I just decided I just didn't want to do it anymore. I wasn't very happy. A lot of contributing factors into that. I don't want to get into it too deep. Just a lot of it had to do with the state of the world today, the actions of people, and I wasn't happy with the direction that law enforcement's going, and people's reaction to law enforcement across the country. It's actually not too bad here in Alaska, but I just decided, 15 years was enough. I wasn't part of the pension system. I come in just a little bit too late to miss that, so I can take my retirement and go take my ball and go play somewhere else for a while. And that's what I'm going to do. I am fortunate enough to have the means to basically, I'm going to take the next year and just focus on this. I'm going to focus on Bigfooting. I'm going to focus on the podcast. I'm going to focus on just being a Bigfoot enthusiast, and I'm going to try and document as much of it as I can. And the plan is I'm going to finish my book, my Port Chatham book. That should be done, hopefully ready for publication in March. Then after March, I think what we'll do is we'll look into maybe starting a Patreon or something for the podcast here. Get some financial support, and some of that support I can take it and buy better equipment and spend more time out in the field, and give people a look into what's going on in Alaska. And it's not just going to all be about Bigfoot. Alaska's a beautiful place, and I really hope that this can be a way for those of you who don't have the means to get up here, or the way to get up here, or the time to get up here. This is a way for me to take you with me on my adventures, and just show off Alaska, show off the great state. There's going to be some really cool stuff where we go to some cool places that aren't necessarily Bigfoot related, but just some beautiful Alaska scenery and experiences that we can have together. And I know I've always kind of been skeptical of people that try to make their living producing content and stuff like that. And that's why I was going back and forth with this, but I think it's probably the right way to go. I don't have a problem with people that try to make money off of Bigfoot. My problem is when people lie about it. So I'm telling you guys right now, I promise you guys that I will never lie to you. If something happens, I'm going to be honest about it. I will tell you exactly what happens. And that's really, that's really all I can offer you. I mean, I can give you some great content. I can give you some great locations, but I'm not going to sit there and tell you that I saw something I didn't see. Obviously it is what it is. All I can do is just, point to my honesty and integrity. And really, when it comes down to it, that's all you've got. And that's what I want to bring to the Bigfoot community, I guess, is just honesty and integrity. And, Bigfooting is actually a lot like law enforcement. And that it's, hours and hours of nothing and boredom. And then maybe, a few minutes of utter terror and excitement. So hopefully I can properly convey that in some of my content. Hopefully not too much of the tedious boredom, but it's true. You spend hours sitting at your desk writing reports and taking phone calls, and then you might be thrust into a situation where somebody's pulling a knife on you or trying to fight you or something like that. And it's Bigfooting is much the same way, where you sit around a campfire for hours, nothing happens, and then all of a sudden, you're like, oh my God, there's a giant ape that's trying to kill me. So anyway, guys, look for that. That's probably going to be coming in March. We'll figure out the tiers, and it's going to be affordable. I mean, I'm talking like under $10 a month. I'm not really sure what we're going to do. Probably 2 tiers, nothing too fancy. A couple of episodes, of the podcast a week. And then, some exclusive videos, stuff like that. Some great Alaska scenery. If you have somebody that's interested in Alaska and can't make it up here, pass it on to them. Let them know. It's not just all about Bigfoot. It's going to be about Alaska. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Be sure and keep an eye out for my upcoming book on Port Chatham. I'll have some more on that when we get closer to the publication date. Please come and see us at the Metaline Falls Bigfoot Festival. I promise you it's going to be worth the money. There's going to be somebody there that you're going to love. Out of all the great speakers that are lined up, somebody is going to blow your socks off. I promise you. And anyway, I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I look forward to more support in the future. And, keep it squatchy. Keep on keeping on. This is the Last Squatch. I am Larry Beans Baxter, and I just want to, again, thank you so much for listening, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for all of us here.